Well, hello there, my beautiful people. Let's do this. All right. Today we are in part 2 of our 5-part series of just some little topics I want to teach you guys on. I'm going to give you guys the what, the why, and the how today of how to clone yourself. So one of the biggest things that I've always wanted to do, like literally since like 2008, is figure out a way of how to clone myself so I could be at home in my pajamas all day like this and still be able to create opportunities, right? Would you want to learn how to do that? So today we're going to learn how to clone yourself with systems of automation. Let's do this. So I've got some notepads. I've got a piece of paper with some notes. I've already made all the notes. I actually spent a lot of time last night making sure I had this all right for you guys. So hope you guys are excited. I want to see where are you guys tuning in from today? Are you in your pajamas like myself? Put it in the comments below and let's see some wow faces if you want to learn how to clone yourself, my friends. So let's do this, shall we? All right. So what we're going to do as well is we're going to highlight some of the gifts that I'm going to be giving away in our platform, Manifestation. I'm going to show you guys how to earn Manny Bucks. What the are Manny Bucks? How do you use them? And really just how to clone yourself. I think that's going to be the most fun part about it. So, how funny. I'm turning down the brightness on my computer, not the volume. So let's get started, shall we? So what do you need in order to clone yourself? Well, you need systems. You see, I've been trying to figure out how to clone myself, and originally I thought, well, what if I just hired a bunch of people, trained them to be like me, and then I could figure out how to clone myself, right? Wrong answer. That was near to impossible. I've almost a decade in, and I still have not figured out how to clone myself into an actual human. So we haven't figured that one out. But I have figured out how to clone myself with systems. Yes, systems. Now, here's what I was doing before. Before I integrated these 5 systems I'm about to tell you about, I was spending over $20,000 a month trying to clone myself through other means, right? It's basically how to operate my business efficiently where I can try to be as out of the process as possible. You know, us entrepreneurs, us small business owners, speakers, coaches, authors, consultants, one of the hardest things we have is trying to figure out how to get the message we know how to share one-on-one or speaking on stage or on a live stream, whatever it is, trying to get that into a format where we don't have to be in the room to do it. One of the hardest things for entrepreneurs. And if that is you, I want to see some of the comments. Let me know some of the challenges you have. Have you tried to clone yourself yet? Maybe you've tried to use some system. What systems are you using? I would love to know. But I'm going to show you exactly what I'm using, why I'm using it, and how I'm using it. And there's nothing for you guys to buy, all right? Nothing. I'm not trying to sell you anything here. You have no course, no program, no invite to a webinar, straight up answers. So get your pen and papers ready because it's going to get busy. I don't know. Come up with some cooler word than that. That sounded really lame. All right, so I wrote down some notes. How to clone yourself. What, right? What do you need? Well, there's 5 systems I use, and there's all kinds of ways that you can do this. I'm going to show you a free version of how you can do kind of this format, and then exactly what I do. Of course, when you get systems, there's costs to go in systems. Now, I don't own any of these systems. You could run and do a system that's all kinds of other different ways. You could have another version of your own system that can do this. But here's what I do. So one is you need a system for texting, right? That could be your simple cell phone number. That could be pretty easy. So you need a system to text because you don't want to be wasting more than 80 to 90. You don't want to waste any of your percentage, but if you use anything other than text, most people are using their website, they're using their email list, or they're using their social media to try and build their community. No. I focused on getting cell phone numbers. You should be doing the same. And the reason being is simply the open rates, right? Let me share with you a statistic. This is a report that came out by Cellit, C-E-L-L-I-T, write that down, showed that text offers are redeemed 8 times more than emailed offers. Let me repeat that for you, my friends. Text offers are redeemed 8, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times more. That's funny because I have actually 8 people on right now. 8 times more than emailed offers. Crazy, right? And it's because of the open rates. I mean, if I go on social media, I'm getting 5% reach. If I go on email list, 8% reach. If I go my website, 2% reach. But if I go text, I got a 98% reach within 5 minutes. Powerful stuff. Let me see some wow faces if you're excited about learning how to clone yourself. I want to know. Another system I use is something I can use to capture people that are interested in an idea, right? So I can separate an idea and capture people that say, I'm interested in that idea. So you could use a lot of things like that. Constant Contact, what we got? You got systems like Everlesson, you got ClickFunnels, you got Power Lead System. There's all kinds of different systems out there, but you need something that can put a video on a link, talk about one idea, and capture name, phone number, and email address. A lot of systems can do that, guys. You can even use Google Forms, right? Super simple, super cheap, for free, right? You need an appointment calendar. You need a system that can automatically put people on your calendar and can also qualify those people as well. I like using appointment calendar systems because then I can ask a bunch of questions up front, all right? Very, very important. I'm going to explain why. Then you have a form process to ask more questions, right? You could use Google Forms for that. You can use all kinds of other systems, but something where you can ask a questionnaire, right? What kind of systems are you guys using in your business? Comment below. What kind of systems? Are you guys using Constant Contact? Are you guys using MailChimp, Aweber, Power Lead System, ClickFunnels, Infusionsoft? What's your favorite system? And what's your least favorite system? I want to know. What's one system that you tried that just completely drove you nuts? And I think I have a guess at which one that might be. All right, and then you need a system that will kind of build your community, a place where you can kind of keep as a hub for your content, okay? So there's 5 systems that I use. I use one for texting. I use one for sharing ideas through video and capturing those opportunities. I have one for appointments, so I can have people automatically booked on my appointment calendar. I have one for applications, so if somebody wants to apply to any one of my programs, they can apply without speaking to me. And then I have one that kind of is, think of it like a digital mall, like a digital version of me. This is the actual cloned version that does all the distribution, the organizing, the capturing, the value driven. There's a lot of cool stuff. So we got Erica saying she uses ClickFunnels, but I have a love-hate relationship with it. Yes, a lot of people do. Kajabi, but I'm exploring other options, says Dara. Martine says GetResponse, Kajabi, and Influencersoft. Maybe you mean Infusionsoft. I don't know. I've never heard of Influencersoft, so maybe that's a new one. I don't know. I haven't seen that one. What else we got? Yes, I am in my PJs. I'm teaching you guys how to clone yourself so you don't have to get all dressed up. You can hang out in your PJs like me. The only time I get dressed up is to do these little videos for you guys. So feel special, Manny. Manny does his hair for you guys. Usually I get to run around like a crazy looking mop, but you know, it's probably beneficial because my wife gives me these weird looks, like I look like some homeless person in her house. So maybe it helps out. I don't know. We'll see. All right. So now that you've got the what, okay, you may not have exactly the systems just yet. You may have one system that could answer all of these, right? So there's a lot of cool ways you can play around with this. Now, why do I use these systems? So I'm going to explain each of these. So Text Magic, the reason why I use this is just because of the open rates. And plus, I hate texting one by myself. I use a system called Text Magic. I don't get paid a dime to tell you this, guys. It's just a system I use. I'm a customer of it. I really like it because it's literally $4 a month for unlimited text messages received. So I can have a dedicated phone number with a full 10-digit number. I mean, think about this. This is my cell phone number with Text Magic, which goes right to my phone. They can call it, they can text it. It comes to me like my cell phone number is connected here, okay? 714-369-8528. It's no short code. It's not one of those 5-6-digit numbers. You can literally text me anything and it's going to reach me, right? That's the type of number you want. So if you're going to find a system that's going to help you with texting, because you need something that's not going to be you texting one by one. And I'll give you a reason why. Here's one reason why. Let's say you get 500 subscribers, okay? 500. That doesn't seem like a lot, right? You got more than 500 friends. You probably got more than 500 unread emails right now, right? You probably got more than 500 subscribers on your email list. But let's say you just had 500 subscribers via text. 500 people gave you their cell phone number and said, let's stay connected, right? What'll happen if you try to text them all one thing? It would take you 10 hours of just copy and pasting. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. You'll just be doing that all day just to send out one message, right? A system like TextMagic or something similar, Scipio, Twilio, there's a bunch of them out there. Literally, I can type out one message and open up hundreds of conversations instantly. Power of systems, my friend. So this replaced a lot of time that I was doing back in 2012 when I used to just capture cell phone numbers manually. I would get business cards, right? I'd get a stack of whatever. I don't even know. I have no more business cards around here. So I would get business cards somewhat like this. This is my business card. Yep. That's metal. I like my metal business cards. These really stand out. People hang on to these. If you want to really stand out with the business card, get one in metal. That's for sure. Well, not one. Get a bunch in metal because you got to pass them out, of course. Don't want to just be like, hey, look at my business card. You can't have one now. That'd be so lame, huh? You bought one business card for yourself? Yes, just to show off my own business card. No, what was I going with the business cards? Oh, so the business cards, yeah, I would end up getting a bunch of stack of business cards at events. I'd go home and I'd get in front of a spreadsheet. I'd put them all on my spreadsheet or I'd save them all on my phone and I would text all of them one by one, right? And it would just be so long, but it would work. It would get far better results than if I was to do an email campaign that was automated, right? I'll show you the actual numbers. I did an actual case study. I'm the type of person that likes to test things. I hear things and I'm like, that's bull snips. Let me see if that's real, right? So I heard that text offers are redeemed 8 times more than emailed offers. So I was like, let's test this theory. So I did a test. I had 6,571 subscribers on my email list at that time. I sent them all an invite. I said, hey guys, I got an event coming up, free ticket. I'm comping your way in, completely free, right? No strings attached. I don't have to worry about no money barriers, right? So I said, hey, free, come get it. Here's the link, right? Out of 6,571 emails that went out, I got a total of 506 that were actually opened. That means only out of all of over 6,000 of my subscribers didn't even see my opportunity. They didn't even see my gift. I gave them a gift, free, $0, and they didn't even see it. It didn't exist to them, right? The average American sees an average of 6,000 logos every single day. Every day. If you are not being seen, you are not being found. And if you're not being found, you don't exist. And if you don't exist, you ain't getting no business, my friends. So yeah, you got to exist. So then I was like, wow, right? And then out of that, I checked the clicks on that. So out of 6,571 emails, I got 33 clicks. It was so bad. It was so bad. InfluencerSoft is new. I'm starting with TextMagic. Interesting. I got to check it out. Send me some information on InfluencerSoft. I've never seen that. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. What was I saying? I have really bad ADD, guys. Seriously, it's really bad. If Ava were to walk in right now, she would totally throw me off, and you guys would have to remind me what I was talking about. It's really bad. So, oh yeah, I was looking at my my case study here. Okay, so remember, I got 6,500 emails out, 33 people clicked to go get registered for the event. I was kind of disappointed, right? But I was like, oh, well, hey, 33 people went to go sign up for my event out of one little email broadcast. Hey, that was pretty easy, right? I just had to type out one email, send that out. So then I actually did the copy-paste method. So I didn't have a system back then. So I literally went. I had 532 message, like cell phone numbers. I was like, okay, I have 532 text messages. I'll go and send them all. It took me 10 hours to send all those messages out. But here's what happened. Out of those 532 text messages that were sent out, 516 were read and 256 people clicked and registered to the event, completely selling it out. Since that day, I have never sent an email campaign again. Never. Not once. The only thing they ever get are reminder emails from either registering for an event or booking an appointment with me. It's the only thing that comes out via email, outside of just personal emails, of course. But ever since then, I've never focused on any marketing campaigns via email. And if you look at the same results, if you look at your open rates on email, which was about 8% right there, you're getting less reach on social media. So same thing. Why are you posting all of your offers and opportunities via email or social media when you're getting terrible reach, right? Focus on things that actually have an open rate and focus on people that actually see you as an expert. It's really simple. All right, so let's get into how we clone ourselves, because this is what you guys are all here for. I'm going to be ranting off on tangents here. And we don't have much time. I got like 11 minutes to teach you this, guys. So let's get to it. All right. So why do I use Text Magic? Well, it replaces the VAs, and it allows me to integrate what I do 24/7. That right there should be the mind blown, okay? I replaced $20,000 a month in expenses to less than $150 a month in systems. You can't even get a good VA. You can't even get a VA, right, for that much. And I mean, you could get a VA for like 3 days, I think. But a platform where I've got 5 different systems running all the different processes in my business that go into marketing, prospecting, lead generation, nurturing, serving, qualifying, and then data mining. All of that with systems. I don't have to do it. That's why I'm here with you guys. That's why I get to do one-on-one. I don't have a group coaching program. The only thing I do is one-on-one calls with people, with about 10 people a day that are automatically booked on my calendar, that go through a process, that are qualified, that by the time they get to me, I know more about them than they know about me. It's powerful, powerful strategies, guys. So here's exactly what I do and how I do it. So let's get to the good stuff, all right? Who's ready for the good stuff? Let me see some wow faces if you guys want to get to the good stuff. I don't know. You guys seem pretty quiet over there. I'm not seeing much action around this area, and it's really making me sad. I'm really sad, guys. You got to fix this problem. I can't fix it myself. My fingers are too fat. They don't work that way. All right, so we're going to get into the how. All right, so how do I use these systems? For Text Magic, Text Magic's fun, okay? I use that on any texting system, whatever you're using. Use it as a 24/7 hotline, just like I do, right? Whenever I'm doing live streams or I'm on a podcast or any type of video, I don't give a website. I don't give them my social media handles, right? I give them my cell phone number, my Text Magic number, right? My dedicated 10-digit number, right? So like anytime people need help, I say, hey, if you have any questions on any of my training, and that goes with today's training as well. If you guys have any questions on anything I talk about with any of my videos, any of my how-to guides, anything with my platform, if you want to learn about Manny Bucks, you want to speak at my events, there's all kinds of fun stuff that I do. Anything you guys have a question on, shoot me a text. It goes directly to me right now. So actually, let's play that. Whoever texts me right now, I'm going to send them $1,000 in Manny Bucks, okay? If you're not familiar with Manny Bucks, I have no time to explain, but they're really awesome, okay? So here's how you're going to play, guys. All you have to do is shoot me a text at 714-369-8528. I'm going to pick 3 people who text me by the time this live stream ends, and I'm going to go ahead and just give them $1,000 in Manny Bucks. How about that? Let's just have some fun, right? That's how you engage people. Think about this. You guys that are watching right now, you want to learn how to clone yourself. Well, one of the things that I do in my business is teach people how to clone themselves, right? So then if you're watching my training on how to clone yourself, and then you text me, more than likely you're probably at least a prospect for what I do. Now I've captured the most powerful piece of data I could have on somebody. Whether you ask me a question, whether you participate in a contest, whether you just text me, I'm stupid, right? I now have the ability to text you back at a 98% open rate. And I don't have to spam because it's real conversations. I don't have to go in here and just send everybody a link. Never do that. So how I use Text Magic. It's always to open up conversations. Think about it like that. Simplest way to think about it. Use it to open conversations. Ask questions. Give value. When people see a text message from Text Magic Manny number, they know a gift is coming in. They're not getting sold something. They're not getting, hit with some link and a discount code. Stay away from that kind of stuff, guys. What you want to do is use it just to open the conversation. Keep that top of mind awareness. Keep the engagement. Let them know you're there. Give them value. Give them gifts, right? I understand the process of sales. 80% of my business is going to be up to a dozen contacts or more in. So literally, I've created over 20 gifts that I give away for free that could benefit the target market I'm trying to reach. I know my art of business, my audience, my results, and my time frame, ART. Once you understand that concept, it's very easy to attract your market, because then you just say, well, but my audience struggles with that. I'm good at that. Let me take this over here, put it over there, give it to you, my friend. Very simple stuff, guys. And instead of just giving it out via social media and a link to a website that's going to capture an email address, give it in exchange for the cell phone number, right? Now you have the ability to follow up with them, connect with them. Powerful strategies. The second system for the videos and the constant contact, the lead pages, I use a system called Power Lead System. It's really easy, but basically you need a website builder, right? That website builder I use as idea pages. You should have a one-page website for every idea that you have in your business, right? I've got my ServeX events, I've got Network of Influence, I've got Manifestation, Manny Bucks, Best in Business, all of these different brands, and they all have their own idea pages, right? They're not just all on one website where I just send everybody, right? They're in all their own individual idea pages that if somebody were to go to those pages, I have the ability to capture the name, the email, and the phone number. So think of it like a lead capture page. Very simple. We all know how to do that kind of stuff. So you need a system like that, because what that will do is allow you to share the story without having to be there physically, right? That's where you get to automate yourself. Put yourself in front of a camera and literally talk to people as if they just asked you, hey, what's this opportunity all about? Hey, tell me a little bit more about this brand you're creating. Hey, tell me more about this idea that you're trying to share with me, right? And give it to them. Share with them the secret sauce. Give it out and say, look, if there's any interest on this, text me, right? Fill the next page. You'll go to the application. You'll go to our next step, right? You want to have the whole process of A to Z, from I just met you to I need to learn about you to you sound interesting to that's interesting. Oh, that's more value. Thank you for, you just want to build that law of reciprocity, right? Continue to build that. And by the 10th to 12th contact, you're going to know at that point whether or not they even have any interest. They're going to say like, oh yeah, they'll start asking buying questions. They'll start showing up to more events. They'll start inviting other people. They'll start connecting you to more resources. They'll start reaching out. Trust me. The value behind serving your way to success filters all of the BS clients that we all have to end up dealing with. The clients that buy the shiny object syndrome, don't take any action, and blame you for their lack of results when they've got 50 other programs they still get results with, right? Here's how you just weed them out right away. Serve. Give it away. Give away the map away. Give the do-it-yourself away for free. Just give it away. Give it away. Why? Because the ones who are the shiny object syndrome, they just wanted the information anyway. They just wanted to have it. They wanted to own it. They wanted to possess it. And what do they do with it? Nothing. They sit and they stare at it like this. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm going to put it right here. It's so pretty. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to mess it up. I'm going to cover it up and never look at it again. Give it to them for free. Okay, go spend all the time you want on there. I'll be over here handling people that actually need real help. Focus on your high-ticket stuff, guys. Focus on giving away your do-it-yourself version. Stop trying to sell information. We are in a totally different age now where information is free. Do you not realize on YouTube there are billionaires interviewing billionaires and giving it away for free? And you want to go buy somebody's course on how to become massively successful and they've never even hit 6 figures. Come on, guys. Let's be a little smarter, right? So that's the idea, guys. You got to understand, give away your secret sauce. And in essence, it's not necessarily free. If you understand the value of information, I'll give you one example. Facebook, okay? Y'all remember when Facebook bought WhatsApp for $19 billion? And everyone's like, what the happened there? How did an app that has no revenue, no money, ain't even doing nothing, how? Right? It was all mind-boggling. Me, I knew what happened. They bought data, my friends. You know what WhatsApp had that Facebook, well, they probably still had a lot of that, but what Facebook wanted from WhatsApp was the 1 billion cell phone numbers that they had access to and permission to contact. That's what Facebook bought WhatsApp for. They could copy the code like that. What do you think Instagram and Snapchat didn't want to sell? So what did they do? They just copied the features. There's no protection on the features. They had no care on the freaking system. It was the data, my friends. And think about that. Facebook had to buy 1 billion phone numbers at wholesale to get it down to $19 a phone number. Now just imagine how much is somebody who values you as an expert, who wants your blueprints, who wants to learn from your specialty that you have an expertise in, that you get paid at a high-ticket, high-level consulting or coaching program with, and they want your information, and you say, you know what? Give me your cell phone number, and it's yours. And just allow me to follow up with you. I want to see how this blueprint's going to work for you. I'll give it to you completely free. Don't even have to pay for it. Just answer a couple questions on this little form, and it's yours. It's free. People, you know which value that is? How easy it is to find people that would value that? Think about it. If all you talk to each day were people who already had your blueprint, who already said, I want your teaching, please give it to me, I want to learn, right? Not many people are going to go buy it, even if you have it for $2, right? Your information, your value, your IP that you've spent years, maybe even decades, hundreds of thousands of dollars and countless hours, sleepless nights, empty bank accounts for what? To try and sell it for $10 and people are like, meh, I don't know, man. That 12-year-old life coach has it on YouTube for free, bro. I don't know. I think I'm going to go try that first, right? And you're over here dumbfounded like, what the is happening? This makes no dang sense. Because, my friends, 2% of sales happen on the first contact. 2 out of 100. 2 out of 100 people that are actually going to buy your stuff. They're going to literally take out their wallet and pay whatever price it is that you have for your stuff. But only 2 would have done it when you try to reach them the first time for those $2 that you try to sell it for. They're not going to buy it. But they'll give you their cell phone number for it, which is far worth more than $2, right? I mean, if I bought 1 billion of them at wholesale, I got us pay $19 each. How much is that worth to you? Huh? So the strategy should be simple, guys. This is how you clone yourself. You have a system for texting. So this way you're not doing it all yourself. That saves you 10 hours for every 500 people you want to text. I think it's pretty good. Then you got a system that can share the story through video. So you're not just sending them to a YouTube video that distracts them with a cat video. You have a branded page, right? I'll give you an example. Let me show you. Let me show you what I do, my friends. Dang, brightness is really low on this biscuits. All right, let me flip this. Okay, so here's one of my pages, right? It's just a simple website. This just talks about the events that I have coming up, right? So it's just a one-page website. Just goes over details. Now, mine's a little branded and extreme, but you could be really simple with it. But it's just the ability to say, look, do you want this? Get it. It's yours. Access it. And give it away for free, right? That's the focus for me, is I give as much as I can away for free. So this way, I can capture data. I can qualify. I can see who's even interested in my stuff, right? You can go out there and try to sell your stuff and only capture the actual 2% of sales, and you literally base your entire business model off the freaking shiny object syndrome buyers. This should be mind-blowing information for a lot of you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I better see some excitement right here because you guys seem a little quiet. Are you guys just sitting here like, oh? Or are you guys sitting here like, I knew that already? Or are you guys over here like, what's he doing? Or are you over here like this, writing a bunch of notes? I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Ah! Wherever you are, give me some love, my friend. All right, great timing for me to hear this, Manny. Thank you. Love that, says Martine. Is the guy who invented, Jesse Dubeck. Jesse Dubeck. I'll have to check him out. I think I remember that name. Went from peak nails to the Hugh Hefner robe. Love it. I got to switch it up, brother. It's called engagement. You can't get engagement with being boring and doing the same thing over and over again. That's called the definition of insanity. Right? All right, let's get to it. I do have a call. I'm late already, too. But I need to get this information. I hate leaving you guys empty here. So I might have to make these trainings a little bit longer. It's not working too well for me to try and cram this in 30 minutes. I have too much to say, so little time. All right, so while I'm going to continue on this little path here, I want to know, did I get everybody's favorite system and least favorite system? If you have not commented below, I want to know, what is the most favorite system you use in your business to capture leads, capture opportunities, and which system out there has been just driving you nuts, okay? So while we wait for those comments to all pour in, let's continue on. So I use an idea page to have videos, right? And then I use an appointment calendar. If people say, you know what, Manny, I'm interested in talking with you. I want to have a chat about collaborating. I want to invite you to my event or anything people want to have a conversation, I force them to book an appointment. You know how rare it is to randomly call me and I'll answer? You're going to get my voicemail 99.9% of the time. Even my own family does. It's really sad. But at the end of the day, you've got to be organized. You got to be organized. It's the only way to clone yourself. You can't randomly take phone calls all day, because here's the problem with that, okay? Expectations become habits, okay? So if you look at it, you start bringing on your clients and your prospects by doing one thing, and then after they're on board, you expect them to do something else. Not going to happen. If you answered your call from day one, you better answer your call from day one every time they call. That's what they're expecting. So put the expectations in place. And I have processes that require follow through. And it's a really great way to test to see how much people actually value you, right? One thing that I noticed, because I'm an event producer and I put on events all the time. I've had hundreds of speakers on my stage. And what I do is I force them to go through a process, right? And here's an example. I have a speaker coming up at my event. And one of them, he goes and I know what he's doing in his business. I know his revenues. I know his business size. I know his company, everything from top to bottom. And I invite him to collaborate on our projects, right? And what I do is I have a bunch of free ways that they can collaborate right off the bat, completely free, right? And then I go and test them. I'll say, hey, try this, just a bunch of free stuff. What do they actually gravitate to? What do they actually show up for? And then I get a response that says, hey, Google me. And I have no time to go book. Like, he wouldn't even book a call on my calendar, let alone he's not going to fill out the application he's going to need to speak on my stages and give me his bio and then show up for the full 2-hour session to network with our members. I mean, it's very easy to weed them out when you start putting processes in place. If you try to be just available and accessible 100% of the time by phone and just jump at every opportunity, you look like a desperate entrepreneur, right? And who said this best? Gary V. So Gary V, he was interviewing a guy recently on his Instagram. And the guy, he looks like, 6 foot, pretty well built, he's got a nice smile. He's one of those decent looking dudes, right? Has a lot of girls following him on social media, right? And he asks Gary, he goes, Gary, man, I'm having a problem with my social media marketing stuff, man. I'm hitting DMs on these entrepreneurs, man, and they're ghosting me, man. I'm not getting no feedback. And he goes, dude, you're a good looking guy. Do what you do to girls, right? And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, I mean, you look like a thirsty dude out there chasing the entrepreneurs, man. You're hitting the inbox. You're trying to get a date with them. You're trying to get their attention. You're just looking thirsty, man. And it was so light bulb moment. So many entrepreneurs are exactly the same way. Stop being that high school weirdo on social media that is just spamming the heck out of people that don't want your stuff, right? And trying to just spam and say, I want to work with you, I want to work with you, I want to work with you, and they don't even know who you are, right? That's like saying, hey, I want to date you, I want to date you. And they're like, dude, you don't even know my name. What the, So you just got to kind of put that into perspective, and I think you guys will get it. Try being that smooth, suave, high school football player that's just like getting all the ladies, but he does it by attraction, right? What does he do? He goes there and he just shows off his confidence. He shows off his ability to engage, his ability to implement. Now, that sounds a little weird, but you get what I'm saying, right? The confidence is oozed and it attracts the people he wants, right? A man, if he wants a woman, he's going to go out there and present himself in a way to attract the right woman, right? Or he'll be single by desperately chasing the wrong women, right? So you got to understand that concept. It's the same thing in business, my friends. You've got to build your community that you're so valuable from the outside in that they're like, damn, I got to get me some of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how you got to be, my friends. And that's what you want to do with automation. Is the idea is that you're building this Tiffany box view of yourself, and everybody else is in a brown paper bag looking all generic and boring, no branding, and everyone's like, ugh, you know, it looks like everybody else. But put yourself in a blue Tiffany box, and everybody's like, damn, that's valuable. I haven't even seen what's inside. I know there's something inside that's valuable. That's what you got to be, my friends. And that's what automation will do. If you do it the right way, right? If you're using a lot of generic systems and free systems, I mean, you'll get the results needed, but you'll also kind of saturate yourself by almost looking like everybody else. So I like to use kind of a different approach to it. But I've got actually, here's the thing. I've got 5 systems I use primarily. I've broken them down, what, why, how. I've got a whole blueprint on them. Let me show you the blueprint. It's actually really cool. Let me go into manifestation. I'll show you how it works. So I use, we've got Text Magic, Power Lead System, YouCanBook.me, JotForm in my app. And that's how I've automated everything. But to structure it for you, one of the things you want to first have is your mobile strategy, right? You got to make sure you're capturing cell phone numbers, not emails and followers. I mean, that's necessary, but secondary, okay? Your first point of contact should always focus on getting the cell phone number. Without the cell phone number, you are wasting 80 to 90% or more of your efforts. We've talked about this many, many times. You got to then have a way to get the idea to them. Automate the idea, whether it's through video, which is the best form of communication, audio, some way of saying, look, here's the answer, here's more details on it without talking to you. They should get to the point where they know who you are, they know what you do, they know how you do it, they know why you do it, and they know that you can specifically help them before they get to you. If you have to get on the phone between any of this part, you're not automated, my friend. They can get all the way to the point of applying for my programs without ever speaking to me, right? So this is how I do it. I'll have Text Magic as a way to get the cell phone number. So that way I know I can reach them. I can follow up with them. I can ask questions. I can do what I need to keep the engagement going. Then I use Power Lead System or anything like a ClickFunnels, you know, Infusionsoft, anything where you can build little website pages that are one-page websites, right? Don't take them to your home, about us, contact us. That's the worst website you can take them to. You take media to that, right? Not prospects. Got to understand that concept, guys. You have an appointment calendar. There's all kinds of appointment systems out there, but you need one so you can ask questions up front, save yourself the 20 to 30 minutes of that initial phone call. Ask the questions up front, okay? Make it simple, guys. If you go to my calendar, look how it's formatted. Let me show you this. I didn't even show you guys the thing. Let me get into that too. Boom, boom, boom. Let me close this. Let me close that. Let's make it a lot cleaner for you guys, okay? I'm going to make it all clean for you guys. So if you go into my platform, manifestation, it's all free, by the way. And you go into this area called gifts. You're going to see a picture with me and Gary V. You'll know you're in the right area. It says gifts right over the top. Gifts number 9, okay? Gifts number 9 is this exact topic. How to clone yourself with systems of automation. So a lot of these trainings I'm going to give you guys, I've done a whole breakdown on. Let me show you. Look at how sexy this is. I even designed it myself. The Manny Lopez Blueprint. How to clone yourself with systems of automation. So I put it on a piece of paper. It's official. Let's see. So when you go in here, you'll see a big old picture of me, so you know you're on the right one. In this blueprint, I'll show you how to use systems of automation to clone myself digitally without wasting 80 to 90% or more of my efforts. So you don't want to do that. And these are the 5 systems I use, my folks. If you use any of these systems, and there's a lot of them out there that can do stuff similar, but that's the idea of it. I go into the what, the why, and the how. What, why, and how. So very, very simple, and it's all free. So you guys can get access to more of that that breakdown. Thank you for my nice robe. I thought, you know, well, if we're going to teach about cloning, might as well be in a very relaxed state. You guys are all in your pajamas anyway, so since you guys get to watch me in your pajamas, I'm going to show me in my pajamas. So we can be pajama and partying together. It's a pajama party. Let's all have fun. All right. So let me go and make sure I covered all of these bases for you. Let me just read off everything I wrote because I made these notes. I spent a lot of time on them, and I need to get to all of them. I didn't even get to all of my notes yesterday. So under the what, I put the 5 systems. We've talked about that. Under the why, here's why I do these systems is 1 is to replace VAs. 2 is to integrate 24/7 systems. So now I'm 24/7. I don't sleep now. I'm digital. As literally right now, as we speak, my platform, my manifestation platform, is serving over 8,000 people globally, 65 different countries, and it's speaking 22 different languages. I can barely speak a lick of Spanish. My English is pretty good, but I only speak 1.5 languages, and I'm here with you guys, while at the same time over 8,000 entrepreneurs globally are getting served with the digital Manny. That's the power of systems, my friend. The next thing is to automate processes. Think about all the processes that are so redundant in your business. The delivering of an ebook, the content gathering, the appointment booking, the application to your programs, the surveys you should be having done, the questionnaires, follow me on my official social media channels. Boom, I have them all in one section. Like this stuff that's so redundant that should be automated. This is why we use systems. It can operate like a faucet. That's one of the most favorite parts. If I'm too busy in business, turn down the faucet. If I am starting to get a little slow, maybe I took too long of a vacation, we'll turn up the faucet and boom, I can just massively create opportunities. I can just take one broadcast, one system with text magic, take a group of 500 people, ask one simple question, and bam, hundreds of conversations are instantly opened. The power of a system. And then what else did I put? Capture and respond to real-time opportunities. Let's say I'm sleeping, right? It's 2 in the morning. Somebody in the UK who's already up, it's middle of the day over there, they're looking at my stuff. They have a question. They text in one of my keywords. Well, it automatically responded to them while I was sleeping. Took them to my platform. Gave them instructions on how to access that exact resource they were looking for. I'm still sleeping. They got access to the resource. They watched the video. They clicked on more info. They filled out the application. Then they went and booked an appointment because the application took them to the appointment setting page. And now they're automatically on my calendar by the time I woke up. That's the power of systems. You want to be able to do stuff whether you're sleeping, whether you're working, whether you're playing, whether you're just having fun. And that is the whys. Now let's go over the hows. I've covered 5 different hows. So basically how I use each one. So for the text magic, I use it for invites. I use it for guaranteed delivery of value. So very 2 simple strategies there. So for texting system, you want to use it for all of your open conversations, right? If you think you're going to get much reach posting in social media, it's going to be really funny when you realize how efficient text is compared to all of that. For the system for little idea pages, I use it to automate one idea at a time. Again, we can only focus on one thing at a time, folks. So it doesn't matter if you want to get somebody to look at your stuff. Don't send them to one thing and try to take them into all this whole ecosystem. It's really hard to do that. But taking them to one idea, they say, hey, I'm interested in your program. I'm interested in your events. I'm interested in looking at this. Do you have more information on this? If you take them to a whole ecosystem and they have to go navigate to it, even if you make these instructions simple, step by step, they'll still have difficulty getting to it. So just set up idea pages that can capture name, email, and phone number, and then instantly notify you that, hey, that person's interested in your stuff. And then 3, that is the appointment calendar. Why do I use an appointment calendar? How do I use it? I use it to qualify prospects and ask initial questions. So one thing, not only does it organize the time each day, so where I'm not just taking random calls, but it also allows me to qualify my prospects. So when somebody says, hey, Manny, I want to speak at your event, I'm like, sure, let's set up a call, right? When you go to my calendar, look at the questions that it asks. Let me show you. So first off, it gives you the basics, right? Give me your name, give me your phone number to call, what email do you want to get? And then I start asking stuff like, hey, what's your company? What website? Do you have a website already? So now, do they even have a company already made? Do they have a website? Have they even invested in themselves to brand themselves? And then I ask them, how may be of contribution? This is a really cool psychological trick here. And what this does is it gives you the ability to highlight everything you do. and just let people check off what they're interested in. Maybe they only got to you because they wanted to learn about your network of influence, but now they find out that, oh, wow, you've got a TV show. Oh, you're in the Traveling CEO program with Ty Lopez. I'm interested in learning about apps. I have an app idea. Like, now you get to highlight all of your specialties just by saying, hey, how can I serve you? Right? How can I help you? Then I ask stuff like, hey, how did you hear by us? Referred by? What city are you based in? So now I know if I want to invite them to local events. What's your current business revenue? So now I can tell whether or not they'd even qualify to get on my stage. That's one of the first things that it takes, is to qualify, right? You got to have some results. That's the one thing. So many people, oh my gosh, the worst thing to do. Don't be a speaker that's going to talk about an idea you have not created yet. Oh, that's the worst. Worst. Let's see. The next one I use is an application process. I use JotForm. I mean, there's so many other forms type of systems out there. Google Forms is completely free, but I use it to capture my applications and the content I'm going to need for onboarding a client. So if somebody says, oh, I want to speak at your event. Well, I got a whole speaker application form that says, what's your bio? What's your speaker reel? What do I read when I introduce you on stage? So I get all of the stuff I need. Think of it like your sales team or your customer service team that's going to go and ask a bunch of questions, and now it can be just automated 24/7. Most of you guys have used a lot of stuff like this similar. So think of it like survey, contact forms, things like that. And then the fifth one for an app. I use my app as a digital model. That's kind of like my blue Tiffany box versus the brown paper bag analogy, to where everybody else is the brown paper bag. You know, they've got the website, they've got social media channels, they got their Facebook group, they got their LinkedIn, you know. Everybody's got the same thing. They've got their ebook they give away. But I get an app. I have my own platform. I've got an interactive media. I have, you know, events that are virtual, not Zoom. So I just try to think outside the box. And you guys, you want to do that for your industry as well. I mean, it doesn't matter what industry you're in. You can be in a competitive industry and completely be unique just because of the way you go about it. I mean, I'm in the event space. I'm a speaker. An event producer, yet I don't feel there's any saturation with my market because I do things so uniquely that there's not really a way to duplicate it unless you try to learn that process, which by the time you've learned the process, I'm doing something new. So you got to just kind of step away from the road most traveled, and sometimes you got to forge the road less traveled. So I'll leave it at that, my friends. I hope I covered a lot of how to clone yourself today. It's all going to be about systems. You got to have a system for texting. So you got to have a system communication. You got to have a system that is the digital idea version of you, like little websites and landing pages. You got to have a system to book appointments automatically on your calendar. Think of this as your digital assistant, right? Oh, you'd like to talk to Mr. Lopez? Okay, well, we've got availability on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. Oh, I have a couple questions for you. Who were you referred by? What city you stayed in? Hey, he's got a couple things he can do for you. What you can do? You know, it's really giving you that ability to replace humans, right, into the different positions that you think humans have to be in when they really don't, right? Imagine a system that can rock 24/7. You don't need to take a day off. You don't need breaks. You don't need vacations. You don't need anything other than making sure the systems are continuously running, right? As long as the internet works, the system usually works fine. So I think you're really good there. And then you need a system for applications, a system to basically ask all the questions up front so you don't have to be on the phone to do so. And then a system to kind of bring the community together, right? That could be as easy as a Facebook group to kind of start off with if you need to go the brown paper bag route. But to go the Tiffany box route, I use an app. There's so many ways you can do it. You can build apps. You can have a developed app in the Philippines and whatever. You can go build your own app on different systems out there, but have your own platform, something that's unique to you that is not like one of those digital business cards. Don't look for having a billboard. You want to have a two-way street, a way to, get gamification, push notifications, having the ability for the users to provide content. So make it a two-way street, and you'll feel a real community around the brand. And see, one of the best ways to do that is using things like Facebook groups, right? It's a free version that allows users to provide content. They can ask questions. They can engage. You can put videos. You can put downloads. You can have step-by-step processes. So it's a great free version, but at the end of the day, you just integrate systems, my friends. Systems or how you clone yourself. So if you guys have any questions on any of this training, feel free to shoot a text to me anytime. I'm available day or night. Most of the time, I'll just give you guys the resources. There's going to be some video how-to guide. I've got hundreds of hours of content. And if you guys just knew the right direction of where to go look for it, usually your answer is going to be found somewhere in my platform. So if you have any questions, shoot me a text, right? My cell number is 714-369-8528. Again, that's 714-369-8528. Any questions whatsoever on anything that has to do with systems, on automation, on how to promote your business on Facebook, on how to clone yourself, I'm here to answer the questions. I've got nothing to sell you guys. I am busy as heck with what I do. And so all my free time, I'm just looking to give you guys some insights because I see a lot of you struggling out there. A lot of you guys doing things that you really shouldn't be doing. You're really hurting your brand. You're putting all your eggs in the wrong baskets. And I'm here to give you guys the secret sauce. I've spent over $500,000 to put what is in here already, my friends. And I'm continuously a sponge for knowledge. So you guys get to benefit from that. So just stay tuned. Tune in, engage, have some fun. Let's stay connected, and we'll see you on the next video, which will be tomorrow, and covering the other 3 topics this week. So we'll see you in the next one, and always remember, you are too blessed to be stressed. Have a great day.